3 African kings richer than Bill Gates, untold wealth of the Black Continent. Once upon the vast and golden soils of Africa, long before the skyscrapers of Manhattan rose and the stock tickers flickered with billion-dollar valuations, kings walked the earth who held more wealth than any modern tycoon. Their kingdoms stretched across deserts, rivers, and rainforests. Their treasuries overflowed with gold, ivory, salt, and power. While Bill Gates is a modern symbol of wealth, history tells of African monarchs whose fortunes dwarf even his. This is the story of 3 such kings, men whose legacies echo in the sands of time. 1. Mansa Musa, the Lion of Mali. In the 14th century, West Africa birthed a legend, Mansa Musa of Mali, the richest man to have ever walked the earth. He wasn't just a king, he was the emperor of an empire so vast it covered modern-day Mali, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, and more. But his true mark was made in 1324 when he embarked on a pilgrimage to Mecca. The world gasped. Mansa Musa traveled with a caravan of 60,000 men, including 12,000 slaves, each carrying 4 pounds of gold. His generosity was unmatched. He gave gold to the poor, built mosques, and funded cities. In Cairo, he gave away so much gold that the economy crashed, causing inflation that lasted over a decade. Historians estimate his net worth would be over $400 billion today, making Bill Gates' wealth pale in comparison. But Mansa Musa's true riches were not just material. They lay in knowledge, architecture, and the thriving trade routes he left behind. 2. King Solomon of the Great Zimbabwe. Though often shrouded in biblical lore, African oral traditions and archaeological discoveries suggest that Great Zimbabwe, an advanced stone city that thrived between the 11th and 15th centuries, was ruled by kings whose wealth rivaled Solomon himself. One such monarch, often referred to in oral epics as the Lord of the Gold Fields, controlled the ancient gold trade across southern Africa. Gold from Zimbabwe found its way to India, China, and Arabia, exchanged for silks, spices, and porcelain. At its peak, Great Zimbabwe was home to 20,000 people, with walls 36 feet high built with no mortar, just skill. Though names are lost to time, these kings' influence was such that Portuguese traders called them emperors of Monomotapa, and their wealth from gold mines could easily be valued in hundreds of billions today. 3. Oba the Great, the sorcerer king of Benin. In the 15th century, while Europe was still crawling out of the Dark Ages, the Benin Kingdom in modern-day Nigeria was a masterpiece of civilization. Its ruler, Oba the Great, was not just a king but a godlike figure. He turned Benin City into one of the most advanced urban centers of its time, with streets lit by palm oil lamps, structured city planning, and great walls longer than the Great Wall of China. The Oba held a monopoly over ivory and coral, and his treasuries overflowed with tributes from across West Africa. European explorers in the 16th century recorded that the Oba's palace could rival any in Europe. Artifacts from Benin, now housed in Western museums, are priceless. Adjusted for today's value, Oba's wealth and holdings would eclipse $100 billion, built on craftsmanship, trade, and spiritual power. Conclusion: the legacy buried beneath the dust. Today, Bill Gates is a household name, philanthropist, tech genius, and billionaire. But history whispers of African kings who wielded more wealth and influence, whose empires were built not by algorithms but by gold, wisdom, and unmatched power. Their names may not echo through Wall Street, but in the corridors of history, Mansa Musa, the kings of Zimbabwe, and Oba stand taller, richer, and infinitely more legendary. History isn't just what we're told, it's what we reclaim. The stories of Africa's greatest kings challenge the myths of poverty and powerlessness. If this awakened something in you, don't let it stop here. Like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories of African greatness, because our legacy didn't begin with colonization, and it won't end with silence. Drop a comment. Which king inspired you the most? And remember, the future belongs to those who know their past. Thanks for watching.